In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to build a working Excel model, a 6 slide board deck, and an email draft without typing a single formula or opening a PowerPoint. If that sounds impossible, watch what happens next. And this is what I mean when I say do 10x with AI. I don't mean chatbot answers, but I mean real outputs and that too in real time. I'm Mahendra and I'm back after a very long hiatus on my YouTube channel, but I promise you I would be regular once again. From here on, I'll pick up one tool and build something useful with it, live and in under 10 minutes. And today, we start with Claude Cowork, the AI teammate that actually lives on your desktop. So, what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe and let's get into it.
So, what is Claude? It's the AI assistant by Anthropic, which runs natively on your desktop, which means unlike a browser chatbot, it can read and write files directly in the folders that you pick. So, think of it like a junior teammate sitting on your laptop itself. That's the first part. Second distinguishing part of it is that you can plug in to your Gmail, to your Drive, Slack, Jira, and so on and so forth. It has hundreds of connectors that is available, and you can build real artifacts, which means you can build a docs file, a PowerPoint file, an interactive dashboard, all of it through just prompt on your PC or through your mobile phone. Now, you can download Claude Cowork from claude.com/product/cowork. Now, mind you, it's a paid tool, which means that you will have to subscribe to Pro, Max, or Team plan. The cheapest plan is the Pro plan, where if you pay for a year, you can get almost at a $17 per month kind of a fees, and it's downloadable for both Mac OS as well as Windows system. Done is I have clicked over here. This is your co-work space. I presume you would have completed your registration and login, and this is your co-work space, and I've connected it to a sample folder. What is included in the sample folder is a Excel file. It's generated using AI only, and it is basically a file of a consulting firm based out of India. It has its month-wise revenues, it has its partner level performance, which client, which industry, which city, what was the service line, what was the hours billed, rate per hour, revenue in INR, and what is the status of this particular client. So this is the full data that we have. Now we are going to use this data, and through prompts, we are going to convert it into a dashboard and then to a pitch deck. So let's get. This is the prompt that I'm going to give it. I'm saying that read this CSV, build a form dashboard with sheets for data, KPIs, pivots, and charts, compute total revenue, growth, top service line, partner concentration, add three things to notice call out, talk over the build, open the result, show the KPI sheet, pivot, chart, and the call out. So this is what I've given the prompt. And what I'm going to do next is just let it build itself. And then let's see how the results pop up. Okay, so our calculations are ready. It has completed everything. Let's see the process. So if you look at context, it says that it used these folders and this file skills, and then see it calculated the number of rows. Then it used file tools. It's clearly saying which are the tool it ran, then the commands, then built a work book. Then it reviews also its own work. So you can see it found out one error, then no error, and then task 4 is in progress. So what are these tasks? See, it started with looking at the CSV file, building the firm dashboard, recalculating formulas and checking if there were any errors, and finally opening the file in Excel and walking through all the sheets to make sure this works fine, which it did. And now our dashboard is fully ready. So let me just show you that. So here is the amazing that output that has been generated in fraction of, I think, few minutes. I think all of us would have taken this few minutes. It gives a very good overall active clients, build hours, average rate, total revenues, growth, and three things to note, is indeed very interesting. And all the data has been formatted, different type of pivots has been generated, and all the charts that you might need are relevant. So pretty good output. Now, next up, what we are going to do is going to ask this to convert it into a PowerPoint presentation. So let's do that next. Now, let us move on to the next task. So what I've done is I have said that turn this firm dashboard into 6 slide PPTX for a partner meeting. I've mentioned cover the headlines, where revenue came from, who drove it, and then also have suggested what should be the color code or theme for this deck. So let's see how the output comes in. So I've put the prompt and let's wait for the result. Okay, so our output is ready. Let's see how it looks like. So I'm just opening from um, here only because I don't want to change. So see, they have created partner review comments, the headline numbers, where revenue came from, who drove it, where are we vulnerable, and the three priorities. Pretty decent deck. And if I'm sure when you look at your output and when you open it directly on PowerPoint, you will find it even more interesting. So what do we do next now? So next is what I want to do is I want to send these documents to Gmail. Okay, and for that you need to have certain connectors in place. So let's see how we can do that next. So you can add connectors simply by clicking on plus symbol. Over here, there are connectors. Okay, I'll click on manage connectors to show you all different type of connectors. So these are some of the connectors that are available. I have connected Gmail, one of my Gmail account over here, and it specifies the type of access that has been provided. As I mentioned, there are many connectors. If I click on plus symbol and then browse connectors, you can see you can connect to Canva 365. There are like literally loads and loads and loads of connectors, which I would highly recommend all of you to have a look at. So as a next step, connect to your Gmail and or any of your email account. And then what you can do next is you can just go and put a prompt over here that draft an email for sending this PowerPoint document and the Excel dashboard to the XYZ email ID that you want to do it. And I'll not do it. This is the task for you to do it. Okay. So I'll talk about one most interesting thing in the end, which is scheduling a recurring task. So let's talk about it next. So here we are. So you can schedule tasks by going to scheduled. I'm just going to create a task with Claude by clicking on create a task with Claude. It said that how to set up a scheduled task, briefly explain how to schedule tasks and so on and so forth. So it is giving me a few options, right? And simplest example of scheduling tasks is, let's say every morning you want a summary of your email box. Okay, so I can just type that every morning, Monday morning, I want Claude to scan my inbox folder for new files and email me one line summary of each. And every weekday morning, every day morning, weekly, once at a future time, it is asking. I'll say every morning and at the start of the workday, and where I want it saved as a file emailed to me or in the Cowork chat. I'll just say in the Cowork chat. And this is how you schedule this task. So to close this up, I want to uh, talk about the summary that we did. So in the last 10 minutes, we created an Excel model, then created a deck, and then I give you a task for building an email, and finally close it up with a scheduled task. And that is precisely how to do 10x. So that brings me to the end of this session. But you please comment one task that you would want every Monday morning, that you feel I should automate next. And subscribe, because next week we are going to learn more about why